Alright, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what I believe are going to be the essentials for online school or college online, stuff like that. But before we get into this video, if you guys could go down, hit the subscribe button for more tech and lifestyle type videos, that'd be very much appreciated. But now I'm going to get into the video. Alright, so the first thing that I think is going to be really helpful for online class, whether you're in college or going into high school, comment down below if you're going into high school or college and let me know. I'll be replying to all comments. But the first thing I think is going to be the most essential is a solid workspace. So as you can see here, I have usually all this stuff right here is not on my desk, but I'll be getting into that in a minute. But I recently got this new desk setup, as you guys have seen in many videos, that I think is going to be really helpful for me for when it gets into school and really working hard at home, since everything's going to be at home now. So I believe that having a good desk setup that's nice and clean and in an area that you really like to work at is going to be very helpful for you just getting on the computer, like focusing on Zoom calls with teachers or whatever you might need. So I think that's going to be really important. So having a desk space like this where I can, work on all my stuff without having to really worry about it being cluttered or anything like that, it's just going to be nice to work here. And I think it will be better than having like different spots, like working out in the living room or working in the kitchen or working from your bed here. Like I think it would just be better to have one spot to get all your work done, and then you can go and not have to worry about work in the kitchen or the living room and stuff like that. So that's my first tip. Next, I'm going to be moving to the computer, and I'm going to be talking about things that are going to be helpful online for your online classes. Alright guys, now that we're on Google, I'm going to be showing you guys some things from the Google Suite here that I think are really effective and are going to help with your online class and stuff like that. First things first, just for fun, down in this bottom corner right here, you can customize things, and I think that's just a really fun way to really make your Google just stand out for yourself and make you like your Google and make it, personalize it for yourself. So I just have mine nice and simple like this, but that would be one thing that I think is just fun and will also make your Google look nice and clean. But anyways, next, when you're logged in, you go up here to this 3x3 square dots here in the corner here. It says Google Apps, right? And we're gonna scroll down here. I mean, we have lots of nice important things here, but first I'm gonna start off with, you have the basics like Google Docs and Google Slides. I'm assuming a lot of you guys know how to use those, but one that I find that is very helpful to me is, let's see, right here, Google Keep. I also really like Google Keep. But yeah, so you can use Google Keep for writing little notes down. It's like a little virtual notepad kind of for yourself. You can just go in there, jot down a few notes, leave them. Google Drive, of course, is very important for having all your files in one place. Google Calendar is also one thing that I think is very helpful for planning out your week and everything. So we're going to go and check this out. But yeah, so you can put all your stuff in here, create different calendars, share it with people, like I share a calendar with my friends. But yeah, this is very helpful for planning out your week when you got work to do and stuff like that. You can plan out your week on here. You can also hook this up to your Google Home, and you could have it talk to you about what things you have to do every morning. If you want to see a video of my home automation, I have a card at the top of the screen for you guys. But yes, you can integrate this into your Google Home and stuff like that. Just make use of these Google apps here, and if you really want to, you could select them and put them as bookmarks at the top of here if you use them a lot. Use Slides for studying, use Docs for studying, for writing papers down, all that stuff. So that's it for Google here. Alright, now that we've gone over that, I think I'm going to finally get into the physical supplies and stuff that I think are going to be the most helpful for planning your day with online classes and stuff like that. So as you can see here, I have these little notepads. I got these at Dollar Tree, so they're $1, nice and cheap. I'm going to use those for like to-do lists and writing down work I have to get done and stuff like that. So I think these are going to be very essential for keeping my day structured and stuff like that. If you choose to use options like Google Calendar and stuff like I just went over, you can do that, but I like able to write down what I need to get done, and it helps me with checking off stuff and getting stuff done. So that's the first thing. Next, I think is going to be notebooks. I think, for me at least, that with having all the work online, it's going to be nice to take notes and do stuff on paper and really work away from the computer for a little bit, So like maybe when you're on a Zoom call listening to your teacher talk, maybe for you it'll be easier to write down in a notebook than type on a Google Doc or stuff like that. So for me, I think getting a notebook will be a nice way to study and stuff away from the computer, so you're not always on the computer. You can take a break, write down in your notebook, and study from. This is when you can like take this to study from your bed and stuff like that. So I think it will be better than having to do all your work on the computer and have all your work either on your laptop or your PC and stuff like that. So I think notebooks will be very helpful. And finally, most of these things are really optional when it comes to online school, because you can obviously do it all online now, but I just think these will be helpful. And lastly, I have some pens and stuff, Dollar Tree pens and highlighters that you can use for working on stuff in your notebooks or crossing off lists and stuff on your notepad and stuff over here. But I just think having maybe a few different colored pens or do a few different colored highlighters can really, make the work if you choose to do paper route, make it easier and stuff like that. So if you want to highlight your notes and stuff in the book, it will be nice and easy. If you want to make sure you study certain things or correct certain things, having a red pen, a blue pen, a black pen for just your normal writing. And so I think these are very essential pickups for online school. But I think that about wraps it up for this video. Those are all my essential high school and college items for online school. Thank you guys for watching.